His videos were so good.
What's up, trainers? It's Moose Punk, and I'm back from the dead.
What's up, trainers? It's Moose Punk here, and we are here at Community Day at the Brookfield Zoo. Now, I've been on a 6-month hiatus, mainly due to work. I was working 24/7. I had no time to even see my family, let alone make any videos. But I have been keeping up with Pokemon Go on the side. I've sort of become a shiny hunter in the meantime. I haven't been able to raid or anything, but at least I was able to do a bunch of shiny hunting, and I got a ton of shinies, which I'll point out a little bit later on. I believe I have about 181 total shinies, 81 of them which are unique, something like that. In any case, I chose Brookfield Zoo just because it's a little bit more chill and I can focus a little bit on you know, making really pretty footage. And honestly, I've been away from making any type of videos, and if you know or not, I make all my videos completely manually. So it's all manual settings, each shot is set up on its own. So it's kind of very difficult if you've been away from it for a while to kind of remember all the settings and all the things that you have to do. So I do apologize in advance if some of the footage looks a little bit off, because I have to sort of relearn how to shoot my footage, and then I have to relearn doubly how to edit my footage. But I have pretty high hopes. I think I remember everything, so we'll be good to go. Wow, so in those 6 months, a lot of things have really changed. You know, we got the PvP that was finally released. The Pokemon camera that you can pull out your Pokemon and take pictures of it wherever you want. That's really awesome. So let me know, in those 6 months, what are some of your favorite changes? Let me know down in the comments section, what is your favorite thing that came out in Pokemon Go? It's kind of interesting that I haven't been able to rate it all, but I still have been gaining massive XP. So I don't know what my XP was last time I was doing this, but it's currently at 45,625, 643. So that's well over trainer times, trainer level 40 times 2. And you know, honestly, how I got all that without rating, without playing, is just through friendship increases. So thank you so much to all my friends that actually went ahead and opened the gifts and became best friends. So I just want to go through a lot of my friends here and just give them kind of credit where credit is due. So these are all my best friends here on the list, so that's awesome. There have been so many people, and all these people are actually, or most of them, I know personally from raiding with, from the local Des Plaines raid crew. So shout out to the Des Plaines raid crew. I'm sure I'll see you guys sooner or later, since I can finally play Pokemon Go again. I'm not sure how often I'll be able to do the videos, but hey, at least I can play here and there, which is much better than what I've been able to do previously. So those are all my best friends, so thank you so much for that. All right, trainers, here we go. Pokemon Community Day has started. Whew. Today's gonna be a pretty awesome one. Today's all about friends and gifts, because the egg hatching is like amazing. I think if you saw how I put that on there, on the 2K egg, it was like 0.5 kilometers. and I believe on the 7K eggs it was like 1.5. So actually those eggs that you receive from friends, those are the ones I'm most interested in because you can get some really cool stuff like the shiny babies, stuff like that. And actually, I do have to brag, I did get a really cool gift from Pokemon Master Holly, so thanks so much Pokemon Master Holly for sending me gifts. I actually hatched a shiny Wynout from her. Wow, so obviously awesome. Cherish that one forever. I'll take good care of it. So here we go. Looking at the map, you know, it's not too terribly exciting. There's much better places that I could have chosen for Community Day. But as I mentioned, I just wanted to kind of be more chill and relearn my camera skills, stuff like that. So I didn't want to focus too much on like a crazy amount of people or anything. Just so I can get my skills back. So I'm doing what I normally do, just shiny check. I'm catching some of the higher CP ones to hopefully be better IV ones later on. So just doing a bunch of shiny checks, and I gotta tell you guys, I love community days because I love shinies. I'm like a shiny hunter. I'll literally delete like legendaries and keep like the crappiest shiny. I don't know why. But I just love doing that. Bam! There we go, our first shiny Treecko. And it's a pretty high CP one. So hopefully the IV is gonna be good on it. So I'm just gonna hunker down right quick and try and catch him. There we go, got him. So our first shiny Treecko. He's only a strong, so pretty good with HP. I guess that would be a pretty decent gym defender. Hopefully we're gonna catch a ton more of those. So far having a pretty awesome time. I just caught a really fatty boom batty Treecko. He was an amazing with Attack the Strongest. So if I don't find anything better than that, I'll probably be evolving that one with a special move. I mean, he's like 943 CP and super high IV, so I mean, can't beat that with a 10-foot pole, unless you get it perfect, but you know, I'm not hopeful for it. Otherwise, these eggs being hatched are so cool. I just love getting these babies. I just got that, what is he, like a seedly, treely, whatever, Sudowoodo baby form is. So that's pretty exciting. So the plan for today is just to hatch a buttload of eggs and obviously try and catch shinies. But so far I am really enjoying it here. Unfortunately, there's not really many animals out here today due to the cold probably. I mean, it's not that cold, but winter is just about over. So a lot of the animals are still probably inside. So I'll probably have to go inside the primate house, which I'm not a huge fan of because it smells like poo-poo. But you know, for you guys, for YouTube, I will sacrifice my nostrils and check out the apes. So let's continue the journey. Let's see what else we got.
Look at this, mommy.
Wow, that was a very detailed bull sculpture. Little too detailed maybe. But hey, I'm a Taurus with big nuts myself, so I can relate. Did y'all see that? Just for you guys, I caught a Treecko in AR Plus mode, which is super dangerous to do. Recommendations for trying to make it a little bit safer is when you see the grass, just hold on a little bit. Don't get too excited, don't pop it right away. And then try to pop the grass that's kind of the furthest away from you. So that way when the Treecko appears, it's not gonna be really close to you, but when he's really close to you, he gets all scared and he has a tendency to run. So that's how they run the most. So if you do want to experiment around with AR Plus mode at your own risk though, because they can definitely run, those are the best tips. Okie dokie, back to hunting for some shinies. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not. This is probably Captain Obvious to everybody except me. But if you are shiny hunting and there are a ton of spawns, then basically, if you're clicking on the Pokemon, they turn towards you. So if you have a whole group of spawns around you, the easiest way to tell if you have shiny checked one or not is that it actually turns to face you. See, like that, turns to face you, and then when you actually click away from it, it'll keep facing you just like that. You see that? So I was not aware of that, and obviously over here it's not that huge of a deal because there just aren't that many spawns. But if you go to a really good place for playing Pokemon Go that just has a massive amount of spawns, then that'll work the best in that area. Now, a place that I've saw that has a massive amount of spawns like that is actually Woodfield Mall. So one of these times when, you know, I couldn't make a video or anything, one community day I went to Woodfield Mall and there were just so many spawns there. So that's a little cool trick for you guys if you didn't know it. Well, trainers, it's time to take a break. It's about 4:20. So it's time for a little bit of a lunch. What's for lunch, you might ask? Interesting question. Mountain Dew as a drink. Mountain Dew is my favorite soda. It's like one of the only things that actually keeps me awake. I can literally drink a full pot of coffee and go right to bed. In other news, the real food right here, the real treat is these Dippin' Dots. So that's lunch. As soon as my wife sees this, she's gonna be livid. My wife swears that I'm gonna get diabetes, but only time will tell. So I'm gonna take a quick break just to relax a bit, stretch the old bones, and we'll get back at it. Oh my God, so on screen we have a shiny Treecko in AR Plus mode. So, I'm gonna risk catching it right now. I'm trying to catch an AR Plus mode. So here we go. Ooh, it's like drifting really bad. What's up with that? Oh, that's so weird. Oh no! And it flagged. See what I tell you about that AR Plus mode? Darn. What is that on screen? Another shiny Treecko. So, of course, against my better judgment, I'm gonna try and AR Plus this guy for you guys. Behind me there's like a really cool kind of rocky area, so wish me luck. It's another Fatty Boom Batty 909. Oh my lord, I'm gonna be super duper salty if I don't get it. So let's see. AR Plus mode, here we go. Okay, so as I was saying, it's a good idea to leave, I mean if you have the time to do this, to leave the grass on the screen for a little bit like this, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap the furthest point possible to throw the Pokemon as far away from me as I can. Not bad. All right. Let's see what we would have missed out on. Strong. But I mean, almost maxed out. Wow. That is fantastic. I saw that Mawile popped up. Now, Mawile is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon. And especially Mega Mawile. So that's pretty awesome. So I see a raid over there. We have 32 minutes to get there. So I'm pretty sure we'll get there as long as is accessible, because I've been in that part and I'm not sure that we can access it, but there it is on the screen right there. So that's where I'm headed to, try and do that Mawile raid, and maybe we'll get lucky and get a shiny. We'll see. All right, so here we go. We are at the Mawile raid, and I had a very special guest join me. Oh my gosh, so jealous of his shiny Groudon. Other than Pichu shiny with a hat, any kind of hat, That's my #1 wanted Pokemon. That Groudon would be #2. So anyways, my friend here joined me. Now this is my most special friend in Pokemon Go, Bay1204. So make sure to check out his channel. He actually has his own YouTube channel as well. So I'll link it in the description, and then at the end of the video, I'll actually post a link on the actual screen so you can just click on it. Now, Bay, he's been so helpful to me. He helped me complete my first gen Pokedex. He is a really hardcore gamer who just gets a ton of Pokemon, and he always trades a bunch of shinies with me. I've been getting so lucky too. I got a bunch of lucky trades with him as well. Maybe if I get a chance, I'll be able to show you the ones that I got lucky on. Ooh, non-shiny, but that's okay. I wonder if he got the shiny on his end. So I just want to say a big thank you to Bay1204. I would honestly say that that is my absolute best friend in Pokemon Go. Interestingly enough, I've never met him in person. So he's hiding out here, hiding out. You won't be able to see him, but maybe next time. He wasn't able to make it this time, so I hope to meet him in person, and then I can give him a real big thank you in person and a shout on the screen. But Bay1204, you are awesome. You are my favorite trainer, and you know, you are a really big motivator to me too, because during the time when I wasn't playing a lot, you know, you just kind of motivated me to keep going, to keep hunting for those shinies. So thanks so much, and I wonder if he got the shiny on his end. Good luck. Now, other than Bay1204, I want to talk about my other good friend here, Lucario. Actually, something really interesting about me is I'm always carrying something. I always have a little toy that I carry. So gather around, kids. Let me tell you a story. Look at all these people gathered to hear my story here. Just kidding, I'm pretty sure they're actually here to check out the giraffe. But in any case, so when I was like really young, when I was about 4 years old, I love toys. I love action figures and figures of all kinds. And so my grandma was actually telling me that at night, toys come to life. And so what she did is, when I was sleeping one day, she actually opened up this drawer that I used to keep all my toys in, and she set them up as if they were walking out of the drawer. So when I woke up, I saw all the toys were like walking in a line. So I think from that point on, that kind of just like solidified my love for toys, and that like never changed. So I love action figures especially, but I do love figures of all kinds. And I'm always carrying something. So currently I'm carrying this because he's also my buddy. I'm trying to get a Lucario in Pokemon Go still. I don't have one yet, so hopefully soon. So that's my story. I've been getting super lucky today because even though all the 3 that I caught, I believe were only strongs, they're really high CP, and that like almost never happens because whenever like there's events like this, I tend to get really low CP ones. So even if it's a high Ivy one, I gotta totally invest way too much candy into it, and I just don't do that. And actually, if I have a Pokemon that I really want to power up, I always try and get the lucky. That way, you know, it's less cost of Stardust to power it up. And from my experience, to get a lucky, it's actually super easy. So I can pull up all the luckies I have. You can see it's a ton of them that I have. And the easiest method is try and make it the first trade of your day. And then usually I'll trade like something for something. So let's give the example of I want to power up a Lucario. I want to max one out. So the best thing for me to do would be to trade Riolu for Riolu. But in this case, they're both new Pokemon, so your chances of actually getting a lucky are reduced by a lot. So instead, what you can do is just trade in 2 days. So the first day, trade your Riolu for something that your friend has that's very old, or vice versa. Trade of your oldest Pokemon for that Riolu. And if it's the first trade of your day, and if it's a really old one that you're trading for that one, you have really high chances of getting it lucky. And so that's the method that I've been using, and you can see on the screen there's a ton of luckies I have from very few trades. Because I don't trade that often, And pretty much the main person I traded with was a Bay 1204. A baby Bay, thank you once again. On the way to the ape house, guess what? Another shiny Treecko. Let's set up shop and try to catch him. There's this like weird bird over here. I'm gonna go try and catch him by this weird bird. Of course in AR Plus mode. Oh, the pain and suffering I have to endure for you guys. The pain and suffering of AR Plus mode. But hey, it's not too bad. You know, the one time that it ran, I blame myself. I saw it drifting, I just couldn't unclick the AR Plus mode fast enough. So let's get set up here and try and get this guy. Oh yeah, another shiny Treecko in the decks. Big shout out to this huge bird sculpture for keeping him at bay while I caught him. Whew. Unfortunately, that wasn't getting recorded with my camera, but guys, I just found this Cranidos. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I didn't have it yet. Now, I came here, unfortunately, staff only. So it was like right over there, just right beyond the point where I'm standing right over here. It was right inside of here in this Pokestop. And to get there, oh, did you see the cop pass by too? So there was staff watching me, there was a cop car over there, and obviously no trespassing, but kids, don't ever trespass or suffer the consequences. I don't condone actions like that, but me personally, I'm crazy about Pokemon, and I didn't have that Pokemon yet, and I just had to get him, so. Plus, you know, it's like 5:30. If I get kicked out of the zoo, big whoop. All right, so it's about half an hour or less in the event left. So what we're actually gonna do is try and go in the ape house and, you know, get all those good smells going and a little bit of footage. There we go. Here he is. All right. Hold up, crazy bird. Hold up, crazy bird. I want to get an AR Plus with him. All right. Well, that's okay. I'll still get this guy for you guys in AR Plus mode. Even though the bird was not cooperative, that's like a pretty cool bird. All right, nice throw. Here we go. Pretty cool. I think I got him. Yes, I did get him. That's really cool. This bird here wasn't as cooperative, but it is a beautiful looking bird though. Nabbed it. And these guys were like, oh, and here you see a Pokemon trainer catching Pokemon in AR Plus mode at his natural habitat. All right, trainers, well, that's it. That is the end of the event. So I'm gonna sit down here, IV check a bunch of them, and evolve a bunch of them, because as you guys know, we still have an hour post-event to evolve it to get the special move. Well, there we have it, trainers. That is the conclusion of Pokemon Go Community Day featuring Treecko. So as you saw, what I did is I evolved 2 of them to have the special move. One was actually a really good one. The other one I evolved just to have the special move, because if you remember, trading is awesome now. So you can potentially have a not that great IV Pokemon, but with the special move, and then if you trade it to someone, potentially they can get even a perfect. So that's why, you know, one to keep, which is the strong one, and one to possibly trade. And then of course I like to have one of each for the collection. So now my shiny collection is way up. So I caught a total of 8 shiny Treeckos, potential of 9, but that one ran. Not too salty about it, my fault on that one. In other news, I'm just really happy to be doing this again. So I look forward to making more videos. So if you like my content, make sure to subscribe. Oh, hello. Don't forget to smash that sub button. You can follow me on Twitter. And now, since I'm starting a new job that allows me more time to do this, not as much time as before, but a little bit more time, then I will definitely be making more and more videos in the upcoming future, which I'm super thrilled about because I love it. Other than the love of the game, the love of traveling, I actually love filming, and I love editing as well. So those are all my passions kind of combined in one really awesome hobby. So I'm super thrilled for doing it. So that's about it, guys. Till next time.